After powering on, the user interface looks like this, with both Chinese and English options. Clicking here will take you to the system. This is where you can configure system settings and log in. Generally, no operation is needed here. There's an instrument screen here, click on it to enter. This is where we can set the temperature. Then click Curve Selection. This allows you to save 6 curve settings, each corresponding to a different operating mode. For example, if you click Recipe 1, this is the first segment, and the first segment temperature is the target temperature, currently at 10 degrees Celsius. Now set the first segment temperature to the customer's required temperature. Below that is the time, 20 minutes, indicating the running time required to raise the temperature by 100 degrees Celsius. If you want to change the time, for example, if you want to use it for 5 minutes, you change it to 5, if you want it for 20 minutes, you change it to 20. Then the second segment is set up the same way. For example, you can set the temperature for the second segment to 200 or 100 degrees Celsius. What does 100 degrees mean? It means that the first segment runs for 20 minutes to raise the temperature to 100 degrees Celsius, and then maintains the temperature at 100 degrees Celsius. For example, if you want to maintain the temperature for 10 minutes, you can set it to 10 minutes. Then, for the third segment, if you still need it to keep warm, continue setting the insulation settings as you did for the second segment. If you don't need insulation, set it to the temperature and duration you need for the next segment. For example, if it's currently 50 minutes, you can change it to 20 minutes. Continue setting it, and then set as many segments as you need. For example, if we've set it up to the 6th segment, we're done. Leave the remaining segments blank, then click Right Curve and save. That's it. Then, for Recipe 2, the same principle applies. After setting it up, you can click Right Curve to complete the process. If you want to run a recipe, click Curve Selection, and then select the curve you want to use. For example, if we want to use Recipe 1, we click Recipe 1, and then click Back. This is the curve for Recipe 1 that is currently selected. If you want to select Recipe 2, go to Recipe 2 and click Right Curve in the lower right corner. Now you can see that the currently running curve is Recipe 2 running according to this. Let's take Recipe 1 as an example. You see, the current curve for Recipe 1 has a temperature of 200 degrees Celsius. This is because the maximum temperature I set is 200 degrees Celsius. The temperature for Recipe 2 is also 200 degrees Celsius. Click Back, and then click Run. After clicking Run, there are power switches below. You need to turn all the switches on. See, this is an example of a machine with the power on. Now the burner is running, see, it's ignited. Once the target temperature is reached, it will automatically shut off. Alternatively, if any abnormality occurs and manual shutdown is required, simply turn off the power switch, the burner will then shut down. However, after manual shutdown, the control panel will not stop, it will continue operating. If you wish to restart the burner, it will be restarted. After restarting, it has this burn indicator light. It is currently running Recipe 1. If you want to skip the current running stage, there are 16 minutes left. Just click Skip Stage and it will proceed to the next stage. Then, if I don't want to run the current curve and need to run a new one, I click Reset. Clicking Reset will shut down all the burners. After you set the new curve, click Run. Clicking Run will start ignition and run automatically. It's already running here, you can see the burn light is on, and it's ignited over there. When the burn light comes on, all 10 lights will be on. If there's any problem, for example with the flame, I'll simulate a gas shortage. You see, now the gas suddenly runs out, and the flame goes out. After the flame goes out, this light will sound an alarm. After the alarm sounds, the solenoid valve will cut off the power, and it won't let gas through. Then the control box will also light up red. There are two ways to reset. One is to press this button, then press it down, or the other is to press this button, then press it down. Both methods will reset the system. After the flashing process is complete, the system will automatically shut down. If you want to stop the machine midway, just click Reset. The control panel will then display running phase is 0, which means it has been reset and will not start.